Okay, students, so in this chapter of seed structure and germination, we have seen that the seed is a ripened ovule. Okay, we saw the classification of seed based upon the presence of number of cotyledons and the presence or absence of endosperm. Then we studied the structure of bean seed and maize grain, right? After that, we discussed about germination and also the conditions that are necessary for the process of germination, right? Now we will be going through certain experiments that are related to germination. Okay, so the first experiment is to prove that water is necessary for germination, right? See, here in this case we are having two beakers, okay, beaker A and beaker B, right? We are placing a seed in both the beakers, okay? Any seed you can take, green gram or pea, okay? Now in case of beaker A, you are placing the seed on dry cotton wool, and in case of beaker B, you are placing the seeds on wet cotton wool, okay? And then you will be keeping both the beakers at room temperature, okay, for a day or two. After 2 days, what you observe is that in the beaker A, there is no germination taking place in the seeds, whereas in beaker B, the seeds have germinated. Okay, so according to what we studied, the temperature, oxygen and water are required for the process of germination. Here we are providing with the correct temperature and oxygen, but what is missing in beaker A is water, okay? But in case of beaker B, the wet cotton wool will be providing the water to the seeds, so the seeds will be absorbing the water and they will be germinating, whereas in beaker A, the dry cotton wool is present, so water is not available to the seeds and hence the seeds do not germinate. Okay, so this experiment proves that water is necessary for the process of germination, because we are providing with the temperature and oxygen. Only the thing which is not provided in beaker A is water, whereas it is present in beaker B, right? So experiment it explains that water is necessary for the process of germination. Okay, fine. Next we go to the second experiment, and this experiment is that to prove the suitable temperature is necessary for the process of germination. Okay, here we are having two beakers A and B. Okay, we are keeping soaked seeds on wet cotton wool in both the beakers. Okay, so we are providing with the water in this case, right? Now one beaker A will be kept at room temperature and beaker B is kept in the refrigerator. Okay, so what we observe over here after 2 days is that the seeds that were kept at room temperature, okay, they germinated, whereas the seeds which were kept in the refrigerator, they did not germinate. Okay, we have already studied in the previous part of the chapter that the germination optimum temperature is 25 to 35 degrees centigrade, whereas in the refrigerator the temperature is around 4 degrees centigrade, and we have studied that the low temperature inhibits the growth of the embryo, that is germination is inhibited at low temperature. Okay, so this experiment explains that if the suitable temperature is provided to the seeds, they will germinate. Okay, and if we provide them with low temperature, they will not germinate because the embryo is inhibited from growth. Understanding? So this experiment will be explaining us about the requirement of the temperature for the process of germination, right? The next temperature which we are going to study is oxygen is necessary for germination. Okay, okay, so now we will study the next experiment to prove that air is necessary for germination. Here we are talking about oxygen, right? So oxygen is necessary for the process of germination that we are going to study in this part. Okay, fine. So we are having this particular diagram related to the experiment. Okay, as you can see in this diagram, we are having two flasks, flask A and flask B. Okay, in both the flask we are keeping soaked seeds on wet cotton wool. Okay, in both the flask, right? Next thing we are doing is we are inserting a test tube in both the flask. Okay, and then closing the mouth of the flask, right? Now the test tube that was inserted in flask A contains water, whereas the test tube that was inserted in flask B, it contains alkaline pyrogallic acid. Okay, now alkaline pyrogallic acid is a chemical which absorbs oxygen present in the flask. Okay, so alkaline pyrogallic acid will be absorbing whatever oxygen is present in the flask. So no oxygen is available in this case, whereas in case of flask A we have inserted test tube containing water, so oxygen is already available over here. Okay, now we will be keeping this particular experimental setup at room temperature. Okay, for 2 days. After 2 days we observed that the seeds that were present in flask A that germinated, and the seeds that were present in flask B did not germinate. Okay, so the temperature was perfect in both the case. The water was provided with the help of the wet cotton wool. Okay, what was the difference in both the flask was, in flask A oxygen was available and in flask B oxygen was absorbed by alkaline pyrogallic acid, so it was not available. Okay, and since the oxygen was not available to the seeds in flask B, therefore they did not germinate. Okay, right, understanding? And because the oxygen was available in flask A, so the seeds germinated. Okay, so this experiment proves that oxygen is necessary for the process of germination. Understanding, right? A little bit germination you may find in flask B. Okay, the reason is sometimes the reason is that the seeds can carry out the anaerobic respiration. Okay, that is respiration in the absence of oxygen, but then that that germination will be very less. Okay, so very slight germination you can observe, or you can observe no germination in case of flask B. Okay, understanding? So this experiment proves that oxygen is necessary for the process of germination. In flask A very good germination is observed. In flask B, since the oxygen was absent, no germination or very little germination is observed. Okay, and the reason of very little germination is that the seeds can carry out anaerobic respiration. Okay, so this experiment is regarding seeds require oxygen for the process of germination, and that is what we studied in this particular experiment. Okay, the next experiment is 3 bean seed experiment. Okay, so here we will be taking 3 bean seeds placed at 3 different positions, top, middle and bottom. Okay, I'll show you the diagram so that you understand what I am talking about. Okay, so this is the 3 bean seed experimental setup. Okay, what we are doing over here is we are taking 3 bean seeds, okay, and tying those seeds on a slide, and then we are inserting this slide in a beaker containing water in such a way that the bean seed at the lowermost position is dipped completely in the water. Okay, bean seed B, okay, the middle one, it is on the surface of the water, right, whereas bean seed C, okay, topmost one, it is outside water. Okay, now when you observe it carefully, what do you understand? That the seed that is placed at the bottom, it is getting water but no oxygen or very little oxygen. From where it will get the oxygen? The oxygen that is dissolved in the water. Okay, so the bottom seed is getting very less or no oxygen, but it is getting water. Okay, the middle seed, it is getting both the oxygen as well as the water. Okay, and the topmost seed, it is getting the oxygen in good amount, but the water is not available. Understanding? So that is the condition for the 3 bean seeds. Okay, So what happens over here is you will find that the bottom seed, it does not germinate, or it germinates very little by using the oxygen that was dissolved in the water. Bean seed that is placed in the middle, it gets the air also and the water also, so it germinates very nicely. Okay, and the top seed, it is getting oxygen but it is not getting the water, so it will not germinate. Okay, so this particular experiment proves that the oxygen is water and oxygen both are required for the process of germination. Understanding? So this is the famous 3 bean seed experiment explaining that water and oxygen both are required for the process of germination. Understanding? Okay.